Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 4 of my Boston Red Sox Out of the Park Baseball 17 series. And today we're back with the 2016 ALCS. We did advance to the ALCS in the last episode, where we defeated the Kansas City Royals in a very dramatic 5-game series. Game 5 went to 10 innings, extra innings, and we did come out on top. It was a walk-off thanks to Charlie Blackmon, the trade deadline acquisition, who did drive home. Actually, don't even remember who he drove home. But he did drive home the winning run, and that sent us to the ALCS, where we're going to be taking on the Houston Astros, who defeated the Seattle Mariners in their ALDS. They were a wild card team this year, which means they won that Game 5 on the road. And they defeated Cleveland in the wild card game. They won 88 games this year. But I already have taken a look at this team, and their peripherals are not very good. Their run differential is not very good. They are 7th in runs scored and tied for 6th in runs against amongst AL teams. And if you take a look at their Pythagorean win-loss, only 83 and 79. That is not very good. But it is the playoffs, and as I've said before, I tend to buy into the fact that the playoffs can be largely random. And this is a team that no doubt has a lot of talent, so in a small sample, you know they can put it together. They are going to be without a couple key pieces, though. Lance McCullers is out for the season. He was struggling this year, but I believe he's had Tommy John surgery. Yes, he did. So he's done for the year. Brett Gardner, who they picked up close to the deadline this season, he is out until after the LCS at the very least. Probably looks like for the World Series too, 4 to 5 weeks. That sounds like it would knock him out for the playoffs. And Mike Fiers is also out. He is out for the rest of the year. Looks like he also, not sure if he had Tommy John, but he does have a partially torn UCL. So their pitching staff is really where they have been hurt this year. Dallas Keuchel, kind of a down year for him, 4.27 ERA, not what they wanted to see out of him. Colin McHugh won 17 games, a 3.33 ERA, not too shabby. But, you know, definitely a guy, fly ball tendency. I feel like we can knock him around a bit. At least have the chance to. Taylor Jordan and Caleb Cotham. Cotham maybe not too bad. Yeah, he's got some okay ratings. He's durable. But Taylor Jordan, oops. Here's Taylor Jordan. Not very good, it doesn't look like. And then their lineup, they actually have a lot of guys with, let's do batting stats, with like high OPSs. I'm wondering if, like, I know John Singleton only played 86 games. Adam Lind, 122. All these guys played 140, though. They got Kendrys Morales from Kansas City in the deadline. They traded Doug Fister for him. That was a steal of a deal for Houston, in my opinion. The way Morales is playing. Alex Dickerson, good young right fielder for them. Eric Kratz had a really good year. That seems highly flukish with his 364 BABIP. Dickerson had a 395 BABIP, speaking of flukish. Altuve had a good year. Adam Lind. Carlos Correa, you know he's Carlos Correa. He can do Carlos Correa things. Carlos Gomez. So, definitely some talent on this team. We'll see. Their bullpen, not the best, I don't think. Let's see. Ken Giles, 2.55 ERA this year. It's pretty good. Neshek was okay. Gregerson was pretty good. The rest of these guys, nothing too special beyond their first few guys. But they definitely have Giles and Gregerson. That's two pretty good 1-2 punch right there. But anyway, let's get right into game number 1. So, for pitching, I believe David Price is going to be ready to go for game number 1. And Tyson Ross is going to be ready to go for game number 3, I think. So let's go with Buchholz in game number 2. Could go with Buchholz or Rodriguez. Doesn't really matter. Wouldn't say either one is the edge over the other at this point. But Tazawa, he's out for at least this series, 6 days. I guess he could come back for a potential game 7, but I think I'd rather give his spot to someone else. The question is, if we put him on the disabled list, it would retroact to the 10-14. That might not be necessary because he's going to be back well before that. Another 6 days, he'd be back on 10-24-ish. So I think we'll just leave him on the roster. It's kind of a risky maneuver, but oh well, we will just make do of it. So here we go, game number 1 of the ALCS coming up. Dallas Keuchel against David Price, battle of the Southpaws. And Boston lineup, let's go with Blackmon hitting number 5 and move Bradley up. He's had a good postseason as well, hitting 312. He's got a home run, some extra base hits in there too, a 562 slugging. And Ortiz and Pedroia have struggled as well as Bogarts, but we're just going to stick with those guys at the top half of the lineup. And alright, let's get this underway. Game number 1, and Houston, just like that, jumps out to a 2-0 lead here. We get those runs right back, though, in the bottom of the second, so we are knotted back up at 2 after 2. And then there we go, a 3 spot in the 4th. That puts us up by 3. Houston gets one back in the 5th. Come on, David. Give us one more inning here. And he does just that. He was at 110 pitches, so that's going to do it for him. With no Tazawa, the bullpen's going to be a little bit thinner. We're going to go with Iwahara in the 7th. And 2 more insurance runs, so our offense really coming to play today. Now let's see if Iwahara can get through the 7th. He does just that. But probably, if it's a 4-run game, we can avoid using some of our better relievers like Craig Kimbrell and Carson Smith. But here we go, bottom 7, still a 4-run game. We're going to go with Bauer here. See if he can eat up an inning or two for us. Alright, he got through 1 inning. We could go Kimbrell here in the 9th. We probably should. So let's just do that. Yep, still a 3-run game. Kimbrell 30 pitches in that 1 inning, not too great. But here we go, Kimbrell for the 9th, and he gets the save. So there we go. We pick up a game 1 victory, 7-4. Let's see here. Bradley with a triple. Ortiz had a home run. Betts had a home run. Doubles from Betts, Vasquez, Sandoval. So definitely 3 hits from Betts, 2 from Bradley, 3 from Sandoval. Wow. So good performances out of a few different guys there. Good to see. 7 runs in total. Can't complain about that. And we pick up a game number 1 victory. That is pretty big. So now we've got game 2. Colin McHugh versus Clay Buchholz. And this is going to be an important game. Bridging ourselves to Tyson Ross. Winning game 1 is good because at the very least we'll go into that Tyson Ross start tied at 1-1 in the series. But still a big game for Buchholz. We'll see if he can prove himself worthy of being the number 2 pitcher in the series. Let's keep shifting our lineup around a little bit. Blackman and Bradley, they've been playing well still, so we'll keep them hitting 5th and 7th. And alright, let's get the game started from Fenway Park. Like I said, hopefully playing in Fenway, we can bang around McHugh a little bit, get some fly balls to some of the shallower parts of like the Green Monster and down the right field line. So it's 2-1 through an inning and a half. Still 2-1 now through 3. Buchholz at 64 pitches, only 1 strikeout so far. 2 more runs in the 4th for the Sox. Not really loving the way Buchholz is pitching, though. Going to be careful with him. We want him to eat innings for us, but he's at 83 pitches now. It's still a 4-1 game. Let's get someone up just in case. We could go with Robbie Ross or Trevor Bauer, I suppose. Try to bridge the gap to Carson Smith. Yep, see, 2 men get on here for Carlos Gomez. 1 down, Buchholz at 95 pitches. Let's see what he can do against Gomez. 318 with runners in scoring position this year. He delivers. Gomez swings at it. Weak grounded to the left side. Sandoval's got it. Makes the play. Sends it to first in time. So 2 down now, but both runners advance. It is going to be a lefty in Luis Valbuena. And I kind of am thinking we should go with Robbie Ross here. And let's do it. I don't have faith in Clay Buchholz. Call me a pessimist. But here we go. Can he get Valbuena? It's a 3-1 count. Ross with a good year this year so far. 3.21 ERA. Ross Jr. the rosin bag sets, and it is ball 4. Now he's got to face Eric Kratz. Let's see what Kratz can do against the lefty. He's already got 1 home run tonight. And he gets nicked. That is going to score a run on the hit by pitch. And now I think we should go to the righty here because they've got Correa and Altuve due up. We're going to need the power righty and Trevor Bauer. Let's see what he can do. 3.95 ERA this year, 139 innings. Working out of the bullpen and out of the rotation, it's Altuve. Grounder, Sandoval's got it, and that is going to retire the side. So there we go, big out number 3 from Bauer. Now let's get through the bottom half of the 6th here. Nothing going, so we'll leave Bauer in for the top half of the 7th, at least to start. We can get Carson Smith up. And let's go to runners in scoring position. Okay, so a little 2-out home run maybe. Yes, a solo home run to Alex Dickerson, so it's a 1-run game. And Bauer's at 14 pitches, so let's go to Smith. Don't want to mess around now, that's a 1-run game. And Smith gets through that. Now, bottom 7, they've got Caleb Cotham in, so apparently they're going to have a different game 4 starter than Cotham. But he gets through the 7th unscathed. Now, top 8, it's still Carson Smith. Let's get Craig Kimbrell up. And if we have to, we can go for him, or to him for the 4-out save. Alright, a little, or Lynn moves up to second here on the Gomez sack bunt or ground out or something, because there's 1 out in the inning now. It's Valbuena's turn. Let's see if Smith can retire Valbuena. And he does. Strike 3. Now Eric Kratz's turn. 2-0 counts. Bouncing ball past the pitcher. Bogarts has it. Throw to first in time. So Carson Smith gets us 4 big outs right there. Bridges the gap to Kimbrell in the 9th. We are still up. And now we go up by 2 as we got an insurance run there. Solo home run from Pablo Sandoval. Okay. Big man coming to play. And now we've got Kimbrell 3 outs away from giving us a 2-0 series lead. And okay, a little shaky there. It did give up 1 run, but he got 2 strikeouts and got the save. Let's see how that run came across. It was an RBI double from Alex Dickerson. So Dickerson kind of torturing us this series. But we've got the 2-0 lead. That is what counts. A pair of victories at Fenway. And ooh, looks like Michael Pineda setback on his recovery from whatever his ailment is. But now we've got 3 games in Houston. So looking to take at least one of these and try and close out the series before, that wouldn't close out the series. But if we just take one of these games, then we get it back to a Game 6 in Boston where we'd only have to win either one of Game 6 or 7. I think we feel pretty good about that. And we've got a good opportunity to go up 3-0 because we've got one of the best pitchers down the stretch of the season, Tyson Ross, on the mound for us. You can see he's got a 1.93 ERA in the playoffs. And we've definitely got the advantage. They're going to throw out Taylor Jordan. So let's do the same lineup we've been using, Blackman and Bradley, although Sandoval's playing a lot better now. He's got a 931 OPS. So a lot of the left-handed bats getting the job done for us as opposed to the righties. But Mookie Betts is having a good series as well, so probably no correlation, just a coincidence. So here we go, game number 3 in Houston. We've got a 2-1 lead after 3. 2 runs off of Jordan already. We're looking, oh, there we go, 2 more runs. We're looking for Ross to settle in now. He's got 4 strikeouts. Only 3 hits allowed through 5 innings so far. He is starting to turn it up. Through 6, he has thrown 92 pitches. And what is his stamina rating is the good question. Let's go to the substitutions page. We can see it from here. 50 stamina, so not too good, not too bad, pretty average. We'll at least let him start the 7th as we get another run there. 5-1 lead. But we will get, let's see, Kimbrel's pretty drained. We'll get Uehara up. We might skip out on using Kimbrel today, especially if it's not a save situation. But let's see if Ross can give us the 7th, and he does just that. So his day is going to be done after 104 pitches, 10 strikeouts, only 1 earned on 5 hits, 1 walk. Very good performance out of him. Uehara can give us the 8th here. And he does just that. Now into the 9th, he threw 10 pitches. Pretty easy inning up for Uehara. And we could go Carson Smith here, but I have a feeling that if we do use Carson Smith, he's going to be pretty gassed for the next day. And we do have games 4 and 5 coming up in the next 2 days. So if we can avoid it, I'd like to avoid having to use Carson Smith. We're going to go with, yeah, they've got the 2 lefties coming up. So we're going to go with Robbie Ross here. And we'll get Smith up just in case things get out of hand here. All right, so Ross gives up a leadoff double to Correa. Now it's Jonathan Singleton. With no one out in the inning. Kicks and deals. Singleton swings. Hit on the ground left side. Bogarts has it. Throw to first in time. 1 down now. Full count coming up to Alex Dickerson with Correa taking his lead off of third. Swing and a miss. Dickerson goes down. Now it is Kendrys Morales. Last chance for the Astros. He is behind in the count 1-2 batting from the right side this time around. And he goes down on strike 3. So Robbie Ross closes the door. And the Red Sox take a 3-SIB series lead now in the ALCS. 1 game away from moving back to the World Series for the first time since 2013. And here we go. Great stuff out of this team so far. Great starting pitching out of David Price and Tyson Ross. They have really led the way. And the offense has come to play so far, no less than 5 runs in each of these first 3 games this series. Good to see on all fronts. We do have somebody hurt, though. It looks like Dustin Pedroia. Let's see what the injury is. Go to lineups. Pedroia is going to be, diagnosis pending. Not good. So we are going to be missing Pedroia now for the time being. We'll put Proc Holt in there for now. We don't really have another backup infielder. We could move Betts back to second base and move Holt around if worse came to worse. But all right, that is going to be what we're going to have to do. So this will give us an opportunity to move some of the lefties up in our lineup at least. We can move, against the righties, certainly we can move Blackman up to the 2-hole. Or even, well, yeah, I guess we can move Blackman up. I don't love having the back-to-back lefties there, though, is the only thing. But we could do something like, well, see, I don't want to change the lineup around too much. But we'll do something like this. And against lefties, we can put Bradley, well, no, we don't want that. We can put Chris Young second. How about that? And then Bradley, I guess, do that. Is Bradley hitting 5th for us now? Holy smokes. That could be real interesting, but we'll see. All right, we got a 3-0 series lead. We've got some stuff to work with here. Hopefully Pedroia is not out for too long. It is going to be Eduardo Rodriguez against Dallas Keuchel. They're bringing back Keuchel on 3 days rest. So we try and save their series. We've got Chris Young now in the lineup instead of Charlie Blackman against the lefty. So let's see what we can do in Houston for game number 4. And there we go, a 2 spot in the 3rd. We've got 3 runs so far off of Keuchel. We've got a 3-1 lead. Rodriguez solid so far. Gives up 2 more, but we get those back, so we've got a 2-run lead once again. Alright, and Rodriguez has given us 6. 97 pitches. His stamina can't be that much better than Tyson Ross's, I would imagine. Yeah, it's a 60, so we can at least have him start the next inning, but if it's a 2-run game still, we definitely want to play it safe. And we didn't have to use Smith or Craig Kimbrell last game, so we should be good to go with these guys and try and close out the series here. Alright, so it looks like a leadoff double for Luis Valbuena. They got a bunch of righties coming up now, and I think it's the time to go to Carson Smith. We'll go batter by batter, see if he can work his way around this leadoff double. We might have to use Uehara in the 8th, but facing the top of the lineup right now, I know I want to go with one of my better relievers in Carson Smith. So here we go. It is Altuve up, slapped in on the ground to the third base side. And, oh, Ramirez reels it in. There we go. Gold Glover over at first, Hanley Ramirez, saving a Sandoval error. Now it's Gomez's turn with 1 down. Man still on second. Hard ground ball into the hole. It's into left field. Valbuena will hold at third. So it's first and third now with 1 down, tying run on base. It's Correa's turn. He hits it sharply on the ground. Ramirez, he can't get to it. That's going to roll into right field. Gomez to second. He's going for third. And Gomez will get into third easily. It is an RBI single for Carlos Correa, as now the tying run 90 feet away with 1 man down. It's a wild pitch. Gomez will score. Correa the go-ahead run now into scoring position, as things falling apart quickly for Carson Smith this inning. Let's get... Ooh, we do have Junichi Tazawa available, apparently. Let's get Tazawa up then. Alright, let's see if Smith can work his way out of it, though. He's got to settle down. It's Morales. 1-1 count. Morales swings high hopper down to first. Ramirez has got it. He's going to take it to the back himself. 2 down. Correa goes to third, though. And it is Eric Kratz at the dish. He's behind in the count. 1-2. Swing and a miss. A big strike 3. So Smith gets out of it. He does surrender. Did they give him only 1 earned run there? I guess the other one would have been charged to Erod. But he does surrender the lead there. We do tie, or the Astros tie the game back up. They've got Pat Neshek going now in the top of the 8th. We're going to go with Tazawa in the next inning. Let's see if we can do anything off of Neshek. Nothing going there. Tazawa in the bottom half of the 8th. Allows a 2-out double to Alex Dickerson. Now it's a 3-1 count to Luis Valbuena with the go-ahead run in scoring position. Grounder over toward first. Ramirez has got it, and he takes it to the back himself. 3 up, 3 not 3 up, 3 down, but he does get the third out of the inning. We are headed to the 9th now, still tied up. It's Ken Giles' turn. Brock Holt, who's 2 for 3 today, it looks like, will lead off the inning. And Tazawa threw 25 pitches there. First game back from injury. We definitely don't want to push it. And now Jackie Bradley is hurt, and he's down for 2 weeks. That is horrible news. Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's get Kimbrell up. And hopefully we can just close out the series now and try to get healthy before the start of the World Series. Nothing going in the top half of the inning. Kimbrell now in. Ooh, okay. A 1-out double for Adam Lind. Winning run on second base for Correa. 2-2 counts. Correa with a swing driven hard in the air. Deep down the right field line. Betts. He's got it. So Lind will tag up, but Betts with a game-saving catch there. Now 2 down for Kendrys Morales. Behind in the count 1-2 from the stretch. Kimbrell fires home. Hard ground ball right side. It gets through into right field. And the Astros will live to fight another day. A walk-off victory here in game number 4. 6-5 is your final. Kendrys Morales is the hero. And now the Astros have some life in this series. So Jackie Bradley goes down. It looks like we are going to be getting Blake Swihart back pretty soon, though. I'm not sure if we'll be able to activate him mid-series. We probably won't be able to. So we're going to have to get out of the series without the likes of Jackie Bradley and Blake Swihart and maybe even Dustin Pedroia, too. Not sure what his status is going to be moving into game number 5. And let's see, Pedroia is out for 6 weeks with a herniated disc. Oh my goodness. The blows keep coming one by one. So we're going to put, let's see, what is the playoff DL? Yeah, it's fine. He's going to be out for the series. Bradley, we're not going to put on the DL because he is not going to miss the following series. We could have him back for the World Series. But we're obviously going to have to play Chris Young in center field now. We don't love doing that. Castillo will be the backup. And let's see, we're going to move against lefties, or against righties, we're going to want, I guess we'll hit Brock Holt. Why not hit Brock Holt leadoff? Then Betts, Blackman, yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And against lefties, we might hit Chris Young in the 2-hole. And we can move Holt down like that. All right. That works for me. So game number 5 now. We're going to have David Price back out there. Hopefully he can put in a good start and just kind of carry us to victory, bail us out a little bit here, because I'm not liking the way this series is looking. I know we're up 3-1, but a lot of injuries we have suffered. And Colin McHugh gets to pitch in his home ballpark. Let's see if he can pick up the victory. We hit him around a little bit in game number 2. But now he's got another chance in game 5 on 3 days rest. He is no-hitting us so far, as Houston's got a 2-0 lead. Price has been okay. Oh, Price explodes in the 5th. And Houston has got a big lead now. So we're going to go with Trevor Bauer to eat up the rest of these innings probably. And let's just try to get out of this game without suffering any more injuries. Get the series back to Boston. And yep, we end up losing 9-0. Bauer, thank you for eating those 3 innings for us. Don't have to burn the bullpen. We get the day off to regroup, but regroup we are going to have to, as we get Swihart back. So can we put Swihart on the playoff roster? Or is he not going to be eligible if we activate him? Let's see, because we only have 24 guys on the roster technically, because we don't have Porcello on there. And I think Swihart is Swihart on there now? Yes, he is. All right, so we do get Blake Swihart back. Excellent, excellent news. That is going to be a big bat in the middle of our lineup that can help replace losing Bradley and Pedroia. So Swihart we can move up to 5th. He was having a really good year before he got hurt. Actually, he kind of been dipping off a little bit in August, because he had his OPS well over 800 for a good portion of the season. But nonetheless, let's get Swihart hitting 5th. We can move Sandoval down to 9th. Actually, we can move him down to 8th. Like so. And alright, let's do this. Game number 6 is coming up. And we are going to have... I don't think Ross could pitch yet. So we're going to have to go with Buchholz as Ross. He's 97. We could go with him, but then we just have to go with Buchholz in game 7 anyway. So we might as well just let Buchholz pitch and try and see if we can save Ross for game 1 of the World Series. But here we go. Game number 6 from Fenway Park. Clay Buchholz started game 6 in 2013 against the Tigers. I do remember that, so maybe a good omen there. But we're down 2-0 so far, as our offense has gone to sleep these last couple games. And now it's 3-0. Buchholz at 94 pitches. We do get 2 back in the 6th. Let's get Junichi Tozawa up. Buchholz, the runners in scoring position. Gets through that inning. All right. 102 pitches. His night's going to be done. Pretty good outing at him, though. 8 strikeouts to 1 walk, 7 innings. A lot of hits. There's probably some unfavorable BABIP. But we'll give Tozawa the 8th. We've got the bottom of the lineup coming up now. We need to get a run back. It's Blackman with a... he gets up to second base with 1 out now for Chris Young. And yikes, this is where Young's going to struggle against righties. He strikes out. Now it's Brock Holt's turn. With the man in scoring position, he's over 3 tonight. The 2-2. Holt swings at it. Hard ground ball towards second. Altuve's got it. Throw to first in time. So we are through 7. Houston has got a 1-run lead. Now Tozawa on for the 8th. And he surrenders a 1-out double to Adam Lind. Let's get Craig Kimbrell up. Oops. And let's go batter by batter. Now it's Carlos Gomez at the dish. Hit in the air to deep center. Young back on it. He'll make the catch. 2 down. No advance for Lind. It is Luis Valbuena's turn. He is 3 for 3 tonight. Still hitting just 229 on the in the postseason. He puts this one to deep right field, but Betts is going to make the grab. So that is the 3rd and final out of the inning. On to the bottom of the 8th we go. And Kimbrell's almost ready to go in. We've got 2-3-4 duo up for the Red Sox. Come on, Mookie Betts, get us started against Neshek. The submarine pitcher for the Houston Astros. It's a high pop-up, short right field. No one's got it. Betts has got himself a hit, and that's a way to get this inning started. We could think about stealing second here, but let's let Ortiz hit, as they're going to bring the lefty and Tony Sipp 2-0 record this year. 3.52 ERA. Come on, Ortiz. What are you going to do? Big spot, but he strikes out. So 1 down now for Xander Bogaerts. They still got the lefty out there. No, they bring in Gregerson. Excuse me. One of their better relievers this season. Bogaerts hitless so far tonight. Let's see what he can do. And he goes down on the changeup. 2 down for Blake Swihart, the man in his first game back from the DL. And he gets hit with the pitch. So 1st and 2nd now. The tying run moves up to second base. And it is Hanley Ramirez's turn. 1-0 counts. Looking for a clutch hit out of Hanley. What can he do against Gregerson? Wheels and fires. Ramirez swings, hit it, rips a liner, shallow left, in pursuit. He's got it, he can't get to it. Betts is going to score. Swihart to third. He will hold there. It's an RBI double for Hanley Ramirez, and this game is tied. A huge double by Hanley Ramirez. And we are knotted up at 3 in the bottom of the 8th. And now Blackman with the chance to give us the lead with a base hit. What can he do? The count is 1-0. He's got 1 hit tonight. In comes the pitch, the swing, slow roller up the middle. Gregerson's got it. Throw to first in time. So that is the inning. But Boston ties up the game, and we are headed to the 9th now. Whoa, whoops, excuse me. What is happening here? All right, 1 down in the 9th. I accidentally just went through the first batter with Junichi Tozawa on the mound. I meant to put in Kimbrel. So let's do that right now. And we are in the top of the 9th. Let's go to runners in scoring position. Nothing going there. Bottom of the 9th we go. It is Pablo Sandoval to lead things off against Ken Giles. Into the game now for the Houston Astros. 97 strikeouts and 67 innings for the reliever this year from Houston. And it's a 2-1 count on Sandoval with a swing. Fastball hit on the ground right side. Altuve's got it. Throw to first in time. 1 down now for Chris Young. And I hate letting Chris Young hit against righties, but he's got to do it. We don't really have anyone else we can go with. Swung on, grounded to the left side. It's going to get through for a single. All right, Chris Young gets on base against a righty. We will take it. Brock Holt's turn now 0 for 4 tonight with a strikeout. Count is even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Holt swings it softly in the air. Right center. Dickerson on the move. He's got it 2 down. Mookie Betts now behind in the count 0-2. Hard hits one hard to right. And that is a single. So first and second now. Winning a run on second base, Ortiz. Can we get one final clutch hit at David Ortiz in his final postseason run with the Red Sox? A chance for a walk-off and to send us to the World Series. He is looking to swing at the first pitch here. Hit hard on the ground. First base side. He gets through to right field for a base hit. Young to third. He's going to try and score, and he does. David Ortiz with a walk-off RBI single to send the Red Sox to the World Series. There we go. David Big Papi Ortiz with the walk-off single to send the Red Sox to the World Series. One final clutch hit in his long and illustrious career that has been full of clutch hits. There we go. We are going to the World Series in year number 1. Quite the accomplishment. We defeat the Houston Astros 4-2 in 6 games, and we're going to be taking on the Washington Nationals, the team that won 96 games this year out of the AL East. They won that division, and that's going to be a tough test. You already know that much, so should be a good one, though, as that was quite the ending to this series. So that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.